All right. Yes, John, I'm going to explain that, kind of. When I hit start on the video, everything went blank. So I had to kind of stop it and restart it. So there you go. Technology. I love technology. Good to have you with us today. Welcome to a Monday, February 1. Holy smokes, kids. How did we get here? Hopefully this 4 years goes by very quickly. Good morning. My name is Nick Stewart. This is Sunrise Santa Rosa. Welcome to the program. Thank you for being here. Thank you to Milton Post for hosting. The telephone number to call is 850-771-0049. I tell this to every once in a while. No pronouns. Because there's the delay. I need to have context. So don't use he, her, him, that kind of thing. Need a coma? For 4 years? A 4-year coma. That'd be good. But you would not recognize where you woke up. I can tell you that much. It's good to have you with us today. Cold. It's cold. The forecast for today, sun and clouds mixed, high near 50 degrees. Wind gust, 25 miles an hour. Use hairspray. Tonight, some clouds this evening, giving way to mainly clear skies overnight, low near 34. And tomorrow, partly cloudy skies and a high near 56. Presently, it's 43 in Milton, 46 Gulf Breeze, 44 in Navarre, and 43 in Pensacola. The cold weather shelters are open tonight, and so I think tomorrow night as well. So please keep that in mind. And good morning, everybody. All right. I've got gazoodles of video, and I will never, ever get to everything today. Mondays need to be longer, but they cannot be, alas and alan. So we will do the very best we can. How many went to the Mardi Gras parade? Hundreds went to the Mardi Gras parade. That is a good thing, and glad that everybody was able to get out and have a good time. And to you super spreaders, holy smokes, what's wrong with you? People sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the petty thing. Don't pet the sweaty thing. All right. Let's get started because we got a ton. Renewed discussions are happening in Santa Rosa County over whether to allow teachers to be armed inside the classrooms. County Commissioner James Calkins is pushing for the Guardian program to be implemented in Santa Rosa County schools. The program was established in 2018 after the shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. It permits staff to carry firearms to protect students and teachers if an active shooter situation were to occur. According to the State Department of Education, Santa Rosa County is the only school district in Northwest Florida that is not participating in the program, which I don't get that. I don't understand. I'm glad you found me, Corey. I'm glad. I don't understand why they don't have it in Santa Rosa. That doesn't make any sense. Now, Calkins has talked with the Santa Rosa County Sheriff Bob Johnson about the Guardian program. And Johnson said he's not entirely against it, which means he is against it. He's not entirely against it. He believes the school resource officers in place are capable of handling active shooter situations because of extensive training they go through. Like in Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School? Like that? Like those resource officers? Yeah. If the program were to be implemented, Johnson's deputies would be responsible for training school staff. Yes. But he says that instruction wouldn't be as complete, and that comes with some liabilities. When it comes to just basically arming teachers, that can get pretty scary, says Johnson. I've been in shooting incidents where officers are highly trained and are shooting at a target that's moving, and they don't hit that target. Wait. I want to talk about how dumb that statement from Sheriff Johnson is. Can we talk about how stupid that statement from Sheriff Johnson is? Let me read the statement again because it doesn't make any sense. When it comes to just basically arming teachers, that could get pretty scary. I've been in shooting incidents where officers are highly trained that are shooting at a target that's moving and they don't hit that target. Well, I want to ask you this, because if there's nobody shooting at the shooter continues to shoot. If there's somebody popping off around, whether they hit that target or not, that shooter is going to run. All that needs to happen, I'm telling you this, I promise you this, the reason these shooters go to these schools is because they will not be stopped. All you need to do is have a teacher with a weapon, and then put up a sign on the front door, on every door. This campus is armed to protect our students. That's it. And it will stop. 850-771-0049. I just get so irritated with that. I would want train people. Yes. Train them, absolutely. Leanne says she missed the parade. Oh, you saw trash? I know. Recruit Leanne. That would be a great thing for you to recruit a crew and go out and pick up the trash. I think that's wonderful. That'd be awesome. Sounds like the deputies need more practice. And Johnson does need to rethink the situation. All you have to do is have one teacher armed. This campus is armed on a sign outside. We will protect our students. And that's it. And you get it on the news, and nobody comes in there. I think he's concerned about, but they're in danger anyway, John. If there's an active shooter and nobody firing back at them, those children are in danger. So I think that's a ridiculous statement. I know what he's concerned about. It doesn't make any sense. I would rather have an armed teacher there than not. Intended targets are already there. Absolutely. In New Orleans, they judge how much success the parade is by how much trash they have. What was it, Leanne? Was it masks mostly? Was it the masks? Yeah, I know, I understand. Maybe as environmentalists that were out there at the parade. But look, again, get teachers armed. Get them trained. Have them ready. I have some video of the Mardi Gras parade. Make sure I get the right one. I think this is it. No, I had the wrong button.
Put your mask on, the parade's coming. I don't want a mask. Mask up, parade's coming.
And it looks like everybody had a good time. The weather was kind of nice. It wasn't sunny, but it was, it wasn't cold. And just really a nice mild evening. Very good. Yep. There you go. So, lots of folks having a good time. All right. There you go. That's the Mardi Gras parade. Uptown Funk. Good to have you. So everybody had a good time, and that's a good thing. The after party looked kind of cool and nice, very nice. All right. FBI Jacksonville is warning residents of North Florida to be wary of scammers posing as FBI representatives to gain access to personal information. The government agency says they've received multiple reports of similar incidents happening over the past several days. In one instance, the FBI says a victim received a call from someone posing as the FBI who said they were investigating an illegal shipment to the victim's home and needed their account numbers in order to eliminate them from the investigation. Oh, yeah. Here's my banking information. FBI says they don't call or email threats or demand money as part of an investigation. Don't fall for that stuff. Don't fall for that stuff. Escambia County Emergency Management is working on to combat ongoing staffing shortages in the department that strained employees from working their normal duties. First responders are now asking callers to consider their situation before calling 911. Not only are non-emergency calls pulling paramedics away from life-threatening situations, but also straining the understaffed department. Billy Shipp, the interim EMS manager for the county, says the department is actively recruiting paramedics to fill positions. He has at least 7 paramedics or EMTs are on leave battling COVID-19. They've been forced to pull administrative staff out of the office and answering calls for emergencies. Dispatch answers around 500 calls a day in an average month. Escambia County EMTs are dispatched to emergencies more than 6,000 times. It's an issue that's been around for a while. People call 911 just seeking telephone numbers, general information, things that aren't life-threatening and that don't require immediate assistance. So here's what you do. Here's how you handle that situation. You do a public campaign. These are things that you call, when you call 911. And then when people call 911 for something that's not 911, they get fined. Because if they're calling, there's been stories in the past. One woman called 911 because McDonald's ran out of chicken nuggets. Fine them. If it's not an emergency, it doesn't go to 911. You don't need to know the temperature or telephone number for one woman called 911 because of her cat. No. I don't know, Cindy, about that. I don't know what that means. I don't even know what any of that means. Not a nerve. Yes, you could Google. Do we have 411? I've never tried it. I've just looked it up. Exactly. I Googled it. I don't Google, but but yeah, I'll look it up online. Leave 911 out of it unless you have an emergency. Wow, there's confusion brewing after there's a locked gate at a waterfront access point in Holly, Navarre. The area in question is a waterfront access on Holly Point Road, closest to Grady Talbot Road. It's such a small area, you drive right by it if you didn't know it was there. It's a well-kept secret for some locals who've used it for fishing and public access to East Bay for decades. The county hasn't maintained the access point for years. Peach says that calling it a boat launch is a stretch. I have no plans to spend any county funds to improve it as a water access point because we have many of those around the county that we maintain. Peach says it was a safety concern from the 2 residents who live on both sides of the former boat launch that led him to ask Public Works to put up a locked gate. He says Santa Rosa County only owns about 10 feet of land between the 2 residences as public alley. Everything else is private, including the dock. Peach says the residents came to him after an increase in trespassers and concerns of drug use on the property. If it's a public access point, is it a trespassing issue? I don't know. Peach says neighboring property owners are in the process of petitioning the county to vacate the property and turn it over to them. They just want it for a private area. Oh, how nice. They need to buy it. I don't know. It just doesn't sound right. I don't know. What do you think? 850-771-0049. I would like to know. I'm not casting aspersions. I'm not casting aspersions, but I want to know the behind the story. Does that make sense? I want to know connections, and I want to know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know. Share it. No one forced anyone to go. And yep, don't condemn those who don't cower of fear. Right. I want to ask a question. Let me get to this in just a second, Leanne. Does the vaccine work? You see across the crawler here. Does the vaccine work? And there's a representative from Massachusetts. And so he got the vaccine twice. He got the second dose. And just a few days after getting the second dose, he got COVID. Now, at a 80-90% efficacy, he got COVID 3 days after getting the shot. You tell me, does the vaccine work? Leanne said, what about the correctional officer of shooting at a birthday party? They don't know anything yet. They don't know any. This guy was a correctional officer, 60 years old, 61 years old, shot 2 people at a birthday party. They're in the hospital. They're okay, I guess. He's been arrested, but they don't know the motive behind it. They don't know what's going on with it. So that's about it. That's about it. No motive. They don't have a motive yet. I'm sure there was one, but they don't have it yet. You're going to love this one. Now, let me. This made me chuckle a lot. You're going to love this story. It's a long story. A man fought with the Escambia County deputies and Canine Zeke while resisting arrest Thursday afternoon for an attempted home burglary. Eric Tyler Mathis, 25, is charged with attempted carjacking, attempted burglary, 3 counts of battery on law enforcement officer, resisting arrest with violence, and battery on a police canine. According to the report, a caller claimed Mathis was walking in and out of traffic and tried to grab his steering wheel. Upon arrival to the area, the caller, who was returning home after driving off from Mathis, told deputies Mathis was now on his porch trying to break into his home with his daughter inside. The report states deputies saw Mathis hiding behind a blue tarp on the property. He told deputies it was his home and yelled at the deputies to leave. After not complying to deputy orders, Mathis made an aggressive move toward deputies, so they took him to the ground. He continued to resist arrest and fight with deputies. 2 deputies then struck Mathis in the head and face, knocking him unconscious, according to the report. But Mathis quickly regained consciousness before deputies could place him in handcuffs. He started to resist arrest and fight off deputies again. So deputies struck him in the head again, knocking him unconscious a second time. The report states deputies still could not get Mathis in handcuffs before he regained consciousness. He began resisting arrest again. So deputies tasered him on his back, but it proved ineffective. Can you say meth? Deputies then deployed Canine Zeke. Zeke was holding Mathis down. Mathis grabbed Zeke around the neck. Deputies were finally able to put Mathis in handcuffs and place him under arrest. He's being held in a Escambia County jail on a $136,000 bond. Let me show you. This is the best. Let me show you this dude's picture. He got this is the best. He got pummeled. Oh my gosh. Oh my land. That is the best. He that's what you get for fighting with a canine and fighting with the officers. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. That picture is the best. I love it. He got what he deserved. Too awesome. Too Oh my gosh, that is the absolute best. He took him to get staples. Yeah, he had to get staples in his head. Look at that. That's pretty. Demonic, maybe. I think probably just meth. 850-771-0049. Ah, I love that. I love it. Oh, that's good stuff. That makes me happy on a Monday. The I-10 overpass leading in and out of Pensacola stretches over a mile above a grassy patch of government land named Hollis T. Williams Park. It's become home to increasing numbers of homeless people in recent months. Pensacola officials now have plans to dislodge those homeless people from the park. The city of Pensacola is planning to temporarily close the park early March so city staff can conduct a thorough cleanup. City of Pensacola Code Enforcement will post notices in the park prior to the cleanup. So you've got homeless people camping, right? There are approximately 12 tents Thursday afternoon pitched by the homeless community dwelling in the park and extends below the I-10 overpass. So I don't know. I don't know what you do with our homeless population. Why did they fire at him? I don't know. But you got to give him credit that they didn't shoot him. He fought the law and the law won. Yep. Yep, he got the horns. Yep. So what do you do with the homeless? What do you do with the homeless population? The waterfront, can they handle all the homeless? No. Here's what you do. Stop giving them money. Don't give them food. Don't give them money. Stop supporting them. Help the homeless. All right. How do you help the homeless? Do you enable the homeless or do you help them? Oh, I've worked with the homeless. There's a lot of them. I love these guys. I do. But some of them you can't help. Some of them need mental help, which how many people can do that? Hire you can, but somebody's got to pay for that, right? But yeah, what do you? But don't give them money. Handing them money helps support the local hand-to-hand drug trade. Yes, it does. And a lot of them make a lot of money on the corners. Here's how, and I'm not saying every one of them. Listen, I'm not saying every one of them does this, but this is how a large part of it works. You see them all in the same corners all the time, and they collect money, and they pool their money at the end of the day. They buy drugs, they get a hotel room, they get high, and they get up next day, and they do it all over again. And that came from a homeless guy that told me this. That's what they do. One of the biggest reasons homelessness is mental illness. Yes, I don't know if it's one of the. It is a contributing factor. I don't know if that is the biggest. Determine if the homeless person has mental drug issues. Don't enable a homeless situation. So, are you going to ask if you're handing money? Do you have a mental situation? I don't know. But yes, you donate to the waterfront and like groups, and they can help them. But never give them money. But food is already. I don't know what that means. Is all right. Don't give them food. Listen. If you gave them let's say you gave them a value meal from McDonald's, which is what right now about $9. You buy them a burger, some fries, and a drink. For that, you could get 3 meals at the waterfront. If you gave that same $9 to the waterfront, they get 3 meals. I'm just saying, and nutrition. All right. Yes, give to local organizations that are helping. All right, enough of that. The city of Milton is slated to break ground on February 13th on a new $28 million water treatment facility project that will more than triple the region's wastewater treatment capacity, supporting growth in central Santa Rosa for the next several decades. The new wastewater treatment plant, which will process 8 million gallons of wastewater a day compared to the 5 million gallons the current plant does. So this will be helpful. A new facility will be located in East Milton, next to the Blackwater Correctional Facility. It provides wastewater treatment not just to the city of Milton, but to all of Whiting Field, all the county's industrial parks, the county's Interstate 10 corridor, and large swath of residential and commercial buildings well outside the city limits. So that's a good thing, and that breaks ground on the 13th. Let's hope it gets up soon. What else? A Crestview man was arrested. This is another good one. He doesn't look like he's been abused. He was arrested after deputies say they found him in possession of drugs and paraphernalia on Saturday. Stephen Copeland, 29, is charged with trafficking heroin, possession of oxycodone, possession of a drug paraphernalia, and a traffic violation. They stopped him when the deputy noticed he had expired car registration. Telltale. You don't want to get stopped? You better change your registrations. The canine Bert alerted Copland's truck. They say they found heroin under the seat and more heroin on the passenger floorboard, oxycodone in the plastic bag, and methamphetamine residue. A scale and assorted drug paraphernalia. Copland told deputies the heroin was a chocolate laxative, and he believed the pills to be fake. It's a chocolate. It's not heroin. It's a chocolate laxative. Righty then. You got to love people. It's not what you think. It's a laxative. All righty then. Publix heiress and prominent donor to the Donald Trump campaign, Julie Jenkins Fancelli, donated about $300,000 to the rally in Washington's Ellipse that preceded the January 6th riots. The Wall Street Journal reported that the daughter of the supermarket chain founder, George W. Jenkins, along with others in a small group, including far-right show Alex Jones, funded to hold the rally at the Ellipse. Her money was paid for the lion's share of the roughly $500,000 rally at the Ellipse where Mr. Trump spoke. Publix tweeted in response to the report of the heiress donation saying, Mrs. Fancelli is not an employee of the public supermarkets and is neither involved in our business operations, nor does she represent the company in any way. We cannot comment on Mrs. Fancelli's actions. So she donated to hold the rally. That does not mean she's complicit in any violence. So dumb. So dumb that Publix had to make a statement. So dumb that Publix had to make a statement saying, oh, well, she doesn't have anything to do with Publix, yada, yada. Jeff says the chocolate laxative will come out in the end. The truth. That's what stupid looks like on drugs. Yes. Oh, gosh. Oh, this will make you feel good. Floridians who were enrolled in or applied for coverage from a children's health insurance program between 2013 and 2020 are being urged to take steps to protect their finances after a cyber attack. Florida Healthy Kids says a vendor, Jelly Bean Communications Design, experienced a cybersecurity incident. The company hosted the Florida Healthy Kids website at the time of the incident. The security incident involved the personal data of online applicants and enrollees. They have no confirmation at this time that anyone's personal information was removed from the system. But here's what type of information may have been exposed. Full name and date of birth, email address and telephone number, physical address and mailing address if different, social security number, financial information, including wages, alimony, child support, royalties, other income, and tax deductions, family relationships of those individuals included on the Florida Kid Care application, and secondary insurance information. It's okay. It's okay. We've been hacked. It may or may not, but if it was, this is all they got. Whoa. And then there's this. If I can find him, where is he? Here he is. Alex Andrade may have been involved in a bar fight. Got a little shiner. He's got a shiner. Images of Alex Andrade sporting a black eye emerged on social media Friday after he reportedly got into a bar fight in Tallahassee earlier in the week. A source of knowledge of the fight tells Channel 3 the fight occurred this week at Brass Tap Bar in Tallahassee. It's unclear how or why the fight started. It says that he stood up for a colleague and fellow GOP Florida House Representative Anthony Sabatini. It's still a bar fight. Alex got a shiner. All right. There you go. 850-771-0049. Now. Boy, there's so much stuff. Got to sort through it. The office of for Rep. Stephen Lynch announced on Friday that the Massachusetts Democrat had tested positive for coronavirus. Now, this is after he had gotten the second dose of the vaccine. Remember, we got to get everybody vaccinated twice. Spokesperson Molly Rose explained in a statement that Lynch tested positive after coming into contact with a staff member who had tested positive for the virus earlier last week. This afternoon, U.S. Representative Stephen F. Lynch received a positive test result for COVID-19 Friday after a staff member in Congressman's Boston office had tested positive earlier in the week. Tarpey explained that Lynch had received the second dose of the Pfizer vaccine and subsequently received a negative COVID-19 test prior to attending President Biden's inauguration. So, was the Biden event a super spreader? He got a negative test prior to attending the Biden inauguration. Was it the Biden inauguration or was it the staff member? But he got a second dose. Do you trust the vaccine? I don't know. But I want to show you this. This happened over the weekend. I think this is it. This is a group of people that stopped. I can't find it. I lost it. They blocked and stopped for a couple hours a vaccination event at a. I'm trying to remember where it is. I can't find the story. Here's the video.
This is not a vaccine.
It's not a vaccine, they said.
Sheep led to their slaughter. Have a baby, don't get a vaccine unless you. This is a treatment. It is a medical treatment.
It's a treatment. It's a medical treatment. You're a lab rat.
Understand the technology in this. Who's got the vaccine here?
I'm glad I'm a non-GMO human.
I'm a non-GMO. So they stopped it for about 3 hours because they blocked traffic. Traffic was backed up. These people trying to get vaccinated. They say it's not a vaccine. It's a treatment. Kate says vax purposely does not stop infection. It only helps keep it from killing you. I don't even know if it's to do that. Because they said it has a 90% efficacy. Right? You've got to get the vaccine to stop the virus. That's what they're telling us, Kate. I don't trust the vaccine. Wait for my parents getting it. I know. DNA harvesting. Oh, you make my foil hat tingle. Thank you. God bless you. You are correct. But it's weird. San Antonio Zoo has concocted the perfect remedy for brokenheartedness this Valentine's Day. For $5, the zoo will allow customers to name a cockroach after an ex-lover and feed it to a reptile, mammal, or bird. If customers feel like their ex was a snake, the zoo will allow customers to name a frozen rat to be fed to a reptile for $20 more. The zoo also has a vegetarian option for $5 for those not feeding critters that consist of romaine lettuce and other leafy greens to be fed to vegetarian animals. It's all part of the zoo's second annual Cry Me a Cockroach fundraising event. They will live stream the feeding frenzy on all their social media channels. Bitter? Anybody bitter? The CDC order goes into effect today for anybody traveling on public transportation. Whether you're flying, whether you are on a train, a bus, whatever, you will have to mask up. Nose, mouth, all of it. In the airports, in the bus station terminals, while you're disembarking or whatever they call it, the whole time. Because government wants to be in control over everything. People must wear masks on the premises of transportation hubs. It prompts drivers, conductors, crew members to only transport people who are wearing masks. If you don't wear masks, you will not be transported. CDC says in order to meet the requirement, the mask must completely cover the nose and the mouth. Cloth masks should be made with 2 or more layers as to not let light pass through when to help up to a light source. So are they going to make you take your mask off and hold it to a light source? You got to be double masked. Double masked. Mask should also be secured to the hair and fit snugly against the side of the face. Masks should not have slits, exhalation valves, or punctures. Getting a little particular, aren't we? I thought that Joe Biden had it under control. So, where is this dotard? Where is he? I thought I had Cuomo. Cuomo again said, "Who cares about people who died in the nursing home?" He doesn't care. Who cares if they died in a hospital, died in a nursing home? They died. So what? He said, if you look at New York State, we had a lower percentage of deaths in nursing homes than other states. 28%. It's 28%. Who cares where they died? Who cares if I funneled them into the nursing homes to kill them? What a swine. What a swine. A chaplain is under investigation for a Facebook post saying that transgenders are not fit mentally for the military. They're mentally unfit and unqualified to serve. Chaplain Andrew Calvert, a member of the 3rd Security Force Assistance Brigade, commented on the Army Times Facebook page. How is rejecting reality, biology, not evidence that a person is mentally unfit and thus making that person unqualified to serve? Yeah, I agree. You're biologically a male. No. I'm a female and you must call me her, him, they, it, whatever. My preferred pronoun. No. We deal in truth. The truth is you're a male. And if you can't grab hold of that, you are mentally unfit to serve. The Security Force Assistant Command released a statement saying it was investigating Calvert and fully supports the Commander-in-Chief, Secretary of Defense, and all DoD policies. The United States Army has a strict standard against any form of discrimination based on gender identity. What about it's a dysphoria? It is a mental defect. Oh. Transgenders can't decide what they are, so how can they be trusted? It is, if you cannot grab hold of the actuality that you have a ding ding or hoo hoo, and you can't decide what sex you are, I mean, you got a problem. You got a problem. That is something basic biology. Oh, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. Black Lives Matter has been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. Don't you like that? They've been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. Wow. That's not the one I want. Where's my video? To show you how peaceful they are. Because, oh, here it is. This is how peaceful they are. It shows you just amazing. Yeah. They deserve a Peace Prize, right? Nice.
Right now. I'm not going right now. Holy shit.
Yeah. They do all kinds of peaceful things. Burning stuff down. Yeah. There you go. Look how peaceful that is. That is so peaceful. And they get a Peace Prize nomination. You got to love that. You got to love that. 850-771-0049. No money for Essex. I don't know what that means. We're all still human. What does that mean, Leanne? What does that mean? We're human, but that does not mean that you are qualified to serve in the military if you have a mental problem. I don't get that. Yeah, I know. The movement that has the Nobel, it's the movement that has the Nobel Prize. But they didn't do anything peaceful. They didn't decry the violence. So no, they caused the violence. Black Lives Matter caused the violence. They got people out to riot in the streets. So the movement should not get a Peace Prize. The movement, the people in charge of the movement should be arrested. Oh, yeah, no surgery for sex change. Yeah, we shouldn't pay for that. You're right. 850-771-0049. I'm editing as we're going. Maricopa County Board of Supervisors voted unanimously last week to conduct a full forensic audit of election equipment in Arizona's largest county. Too late. The decision to audit the election equipment came 1 week after Joe Biden was inaugurated president following a former President Donald Trump's challenge to the election results in multiple key battleground states, including Arizona. Board Chairman Jack Sellers explained in a statement that the audit is necessary to provide Maricopa County voters with additional assistance of election integrity. The elections were administered with integrity throughout 2020. That's a fact. Multiple audits to date have proved as much. No. That is incorrect. They verified the information that was turned in. They didn't audit the machines and how things were done. No. They chose how they would do it. Oh, yeah, here's the slip of paper. But they need to make sure that they audit these things properly. CNN anchor Brian Stetler claimed on the air on Sunday that the claim that CNN is trying to censor Fox News is patently false, right before he called for Fox News to be censored. Here is the drag queen, and this.
Shooters are trying to deflect blame. Dishonest cries of censorship are filling Fox's airwaves with charges that these guys right here are being suppressed. The word censorship's been invoked almost 400 times on Fox this month alone, and more than 300 times on Newsmax. You know, post-insurrection, a book publisher decided that it did not want to be in business with Senator Josh Hawley. So he's been on a national TV tour claiming he's muzzled. And Tucker Carlson is telling viewers that this network, CNN, is trying to force Fox News off the air.
Because Tucker and others have shown actual video clips of you, Brian Stetler, and others, like Jake Tapper, calling for Fox News to be taken off the air.
False. It's as predictable as the sunrise. Democrats win elections, and then Republicans say they are being silenced. But while some cry cancel culture, let me suggest a different way to think about this.
Listen to this.
A harm reduction model.
Oh my gosh, it's not censorship. It's a harm reduction model. They are reducing the harm that your speech causes. And this show, we're a nobody. We are a nobody. I'm a nobody. But let me tell you this. We were up to 7,000 views a day. That's not an exaggeration. We were up to 7,000 views a day. And because of the harm reduction model, they're reducing our reach. And now it's down to like 200. It's true. I am not exaggerating. This is truth. Listen, a harm reduction model.
Want clean air and blue skies, and accurate news and rational views. And then in that healthy environment that looks beautiful, then we can have great fights about taxes and regulation and healthcare and all the rest. The vast majority of people can agree that disinformation about, let's say, the pandemic is unhealthy. It's harmful. So how can that harm be reduced? Well, big tech platforms say they are removing lies about vaccines and stamping out Stop the Steal BS and QAnon cult content. Now, do these private companies have too much power? Sure. And many people would say yes, of course they do. But reducing a liar's reach is not the same as censoring freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is different than freedom of reach.
It's not the same. We're reducing the reach of liars. So it's not censorship. We're not killing your freedom of speech. We're just lessening your platform.
Reach is part of the problem. Now, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg seems to agree. Here's the headline from Politico. He's pledging to depoliticize Facebook. Zuckerberg says one of the top pieces of feedback that we're hearing from our community is that people don't want politics and fighting to take over their experience on our services. Well, he's several years too late, but that is a real issue. And he wants to now try to clean up Facebook.
Well, but they don't need to take. They've already reduced. So you've been silenced. They've gotten what they wanted. They got Joe Biden in office. They've got the Democrats as having a majority, even as slim though it may be. They still got the majority. They got both houses. They've got the White House. Now, with that, they've gotten what. So now they go, where's your political step? We got what we wanted. Now, there for a while, they were only censoring the right until they got what they wanted. Now they're going to censor all of it. 850-771-0049. My internet is fluctuating. I'm seeing it here. So just if you lose it, hold on. But yeah, so there you go. The drag queen from CNN. Insanity, my friends. Check my time here. What else do we got? I got to get. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. Okay, the U.S. government has spent an estimated $161.5 million housing the 9/11 terrorist attack Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. And up until Saturday, Mohammed was to receive a coronavirus vaccine so that he could be tried and put to death if convicted. We've spent $161.5 million. His death penalty trial was originally set for January 11th, but was delayed due to the pandemic. Gitmo prisoners' housing is somewhere between 9.5 and 13 million per prisoner per year. 9.5 and 13 million per prisoner per year. Are you kidding me? A bullet is 22 cents. Probably more right now. But anyway, it's a whole lot cheaper. It's a whole lot cheaper. My gosh. How many have spent 9.5 million in 1 year on yourself? He's a prisoner. He's a prisoner. Now, an inmate in a supermax prison in Florence, Colorado, $78,000 per year. And on this piece of trash, we spent $161.5 million. Get rid of him. Put him down like the dog that he is. Democrats are completely outraged over a fake quote from Democratic California Rep. Maxine Waters. A Twitter troll replaced Waters' original tweet that targeted Trump administration staffers with Democratic New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. The Democrats took the bait, and they said Waters' words were dangerous, and Mig said it was inciting violence. Remember back when she said, you get them where, what do you mean, what area? What does that mean, what area? I don't know what that means, Milton Post. So you remember when Maxine said, you harass them in the restaurants and you go to their houses. Remember that? Remember that? If they're Trump supporters, you get in their face and all right? So the tweet came out this way. If you see anybody from the Cuomo administration in a restaurant, in a department store, in a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd and you push back on them. You tell them that they're not welcome anymore anywhere. Democrats, evidently not familiar with Maxine Waters, likely assuming the menacing comments were made by Republicans or Trump supporters, said New York Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul fell for the fake quote. This is encouraging violence against public officials, plain and simple. Absolutely disgusting. No tolerance for this. Haven't we learned the lessons from Washington, D.C. just weeks ago? Former Pete Buttigieg advisor Liz Smith wrote, way, way, way over the line, especially in light of what happened at the Capitol on January 6th. Democratic New York City Councilwoman Debbie Rose reacted by saying, really? Did we not learn anything from the Capitol insurrection? We must condemn violence and harassment in any form. Democratic City Council member Keith Powers said, there are plenty of strong opinions and online angst these days, but there's no place for inciting violence or threatening people. He was okay when it was Maxine Waters. But when they spoofed him, they took the bait. Oy. Nancy Sinatra. This is interesting. Nancy Sinatra. Time has not been good to her. She said she'll never forgive the people who voted for former President Donald Trump and hopes the anger doesn't kill her. I couldn't believe that this great nation had sunk so low, she said of Trump's 2016 victory. I'll never forgive the people that voted for him ever. I have an angry place inside of me. I hope it doesn't kill me or damage my great career. That surging, booming career. Sinatra, who's been feeling depressed about everything, recalled being disgusted over Trump's inauguration when the former president's first dance with his wife, Melania, was her father's hit song, My Way. Trump also played My Way again last week as he boarded Air Force One for the last time. Sinatra added she never says Trump's name in a conversation, and the last 4 years have taken a toll on her mental health. Well, then you've got some bigger issues. It's not Trump's fault that you have a mental health issue. Wow. Yeah. Life is rough. All right. How much time we got? Oh, my gosh. I'm going to play this. This is Biden from before the election. And talking about, get this, he's talking about, well, I'll just let you watch it.
Going to be any delay on the tax increases?
No, well, I got to get the votes. That's why, the one thing that I have this strange notion. We are a democracy. Some of my Republican friends and some of my Democratic friends even occasionally say, well, if you can't get the votes by executive order, you're going to do something. Things you can't do by executive order unless you're a dictator. We're a democracy. We need consensus.
Got to take a quick break. We'll be
So he is, wow. So he's saying you can't do executive orders because then you're a dictator. He's signed 33 of them so far, maybe probably more by now. But last count, it was 33. Who is the dictator? You can't do it that way. You need the votes. That's Joe Biden. By his own words, he's a dictator. By his own definition, he's a dictator. So 40 or so now, right? So, okay. A one-hit wonder whose only claim to fame is, oh, yeah, Sinatra. No pronouns. Roman Catholic bishops are condemning Biden's decision to reverse a policy that blocks funding for overseas abortion providers, calling recent executive order on the issue incompatible with Catholic teaching. He's a Catholic in name only. He's not a good Catholic. He's a reprobate. They withheld mass from him. He's not a Catholic. He's a Catholic in name only. Oh, do I got time to squeeze one more in? Here is Bernie Sanders talking about unity and when unity works.
Senator, the Democrats seem prepared to pass Biden's COVID relief package with or without Republican support, which has been shrinking in recent days. Did the president overestimate the appetite for bipartisanship?
Look, Martha, we all want bipartisanship, and I think you're going to see more of it as we move down the pike. You're going to see bipartisanship on infrastructure. There are a lot of Republicans who are outraged by the high cost of prescription drugs in this country. We pay 10 times more than other countries do for certain drugs. We are going to look forward to working with Republicans. But right now, this country faces an unprecedented set of crises. We have families who are watching this program right now who cannot feed their kids. We have millions of people who face eviction. We are in the midst of the worst pandemic in 100 years. We have got to act, and we have got to act now. And we just don't have.
Senator, you said you.
So here, they want unity as long as you agree with them. That's unity. If you don't agree with them, you are not interested in unity. That's what they do. They don't try to work and negotiate. It's you agree with us, and then you're right. Watch out for these people. Watch out for these people. I got an idea on evictions and all the past due things that they put off people's rent and that kind of thing for during the COVID, but it has to be caught up. I got an idea on that. We might talk about that tomorrow. We're out of time. Oh my gosh, I've got so much stuff. It is a shame, but maybe tomorrow, my friends. Spread the video, share the video. We are being throttled. The truth needs to get out. Let's do what we can. I appreciate you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. Hopefully, we will see you tomorrow. Have a great, great day.